Well, hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Formula 1 24, and today we are heading over to Saudi Arabia Grand Prix where all the chaos will prevail in this high-speed circuit. I cannot wait to get underway for this Saudi Arabia Grand Prix. At the practice session went and done, relatively quite well. Done like the qualifying on one to get my third run in, but you can see we have now got some parts gone missing, which is forward floor fend, which is our aerodynamic has been removed due to the RD scenario with balancing out the field. Now first best performance is time with McLaren second and Aston Martin first. So clearly we need to get some pace in and try to beat them. So here we are with the bottom five out. In fact, these Berman, Vinterpandi, Trinona and Carlos are out in 2-1, 2-2 now. We really did not manage to put in a fantastic run. Which fairly stuck. But of course, we're going to try to do our best to get some good work in. That over the practice, I've been feeling strong with hard tire and soft tire. Medium is still a little bit annoying. Let's say it's a little bit annoying. Of course, Hamilton is the only driver I'm looking out for this standard Arabia bottom five is Magnussen, Joe, Verstappen, Hulkenberg, and Sergio Perez are out in 2-2. Which is unfortunate. That's what Matt Verstappen, who always done well at Standard Arabia Grand Prix, is falling off, which is kind of unfortunate for him. But in Tuesday, already completing my first run, hoping to get a good time in or not. Let's see what it's going to be. Nope. Didn't put a good time in because I'll be driving on all the stock tire. Now I'm on a brand new stock tire with pretty reasonable delta time 6 ton. But we want to try to get as close as possible to Lewis Hamilton, and it's going to be P6. Unfortunately, with Lewis Hamilton taking the pole position with George Russell Sutton land on another third. Let's see how this Saudi Arabia Grand Prix will go.
So here we are then, welcoming you today to one of the jewels of the Arab world, Jeddah. One of the biggest cities in Saudi Arabia, second only to Riyadh, gateway to Mecca, and one of the biggest ports in the region. And now, host to the Saudi Arabia Grand Prix. So let's take a look at the topographical map of the Jeddah Street Circuit. As you can see, a number of challenging corners for the drivers to master here. We'll see just how much the teams have benefited from their time spent in practice this weekend. And like many street circuits, this track has the potential to punish drivers that get it wrong. Let's hope we avoid any safety cars today. Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position. And starting next to them is George Russell. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Norris, Oscar Piastri, Ocon, Leclerc, Daniel, Stroll, Iwasa, Gasly, Perez, Hulkenberg, Verstappen, Joe, Magnussen, Sainz, Tsunoda, Fittipaldi, Behrman, and Frederick Vesti. Which of these talented drivers will come out on top today? And alongside me here today in the commentary box, Anthony Davidson. Let's look at their season, and particularly against their teammate. Fair to say, they've got the better of them more often than not. I know what we've got to do before the start of today's race, but what about our driver? What do the final hours look like for them?
Well, for them, you've got your pre-race rituals that you go through. You see different drivers that, some have got their headphones on, they're listening to the music. Some drivers really absorb the energy from the crowd and they're there waving to them. Other drivers, they go within themselves. They chat to their engineers, absorbing that information, that vital information that you need to carry you through the race. And, those pre-race rituals are essential to making things systematic. We do a lot of Grand Prix in a season, and the more systematic you can be, the easier you are within that environment.
Now, we are prepping ourselves just before the Saudi Arabia Grand Prix get underway. We're checking strategy and I'll actually spend quite some time understanding which button we should go for, because I mentioned in the qualifier that medium is in my strong issue. I'm thinking soft to hard. I'm trying to compare the differences in terms of time, which one be faster, and I decided to slash it to a medium and see how it was. To be fair, on a medium type with the heavy load of fuel, we tried to perform okay on that one. Hard type perform really well for me is when it's on a lower fuel mode. So tactically we can kind of do just fine on that. So hopefully we do good result here. Like I mentioned, my focus is try to catch Lewis Hamilton, and of course try to catch George Russell as he is, my rival and teammate. And I want to try and get both of Ferrari and both McLaren off the bat. Let's see how we can achieve it. For the standing Arabia at 1.5 red light is now getting ready to go underway. For the long point, Hamilton had a really good start for himself, got himself breathed away. George Russell, second place. McLaren are fine with the top with me, strolling down the outside, multiple tires, got myself up to P4, right behind Lando Norris with Iron Raptor, who's behind both Ferrari, who's gone slow to then run too wide, which of course can be a bad scenario to allow in shut once you can have more chance of an accident to happen. But Charles Leclerc prevailed and stayed ahead of Pierre Gasly with me, who had absolutely fantastic start, took myself up to P4. I knew I got something good with the car to pay it there. Fantastic start, of course, helped my chance, so I had to get held up by anyone behind or in front of me at the time when I already started putting away. George Russell is completing, chasing down Hamilton, but Hamilton is looking really slow, and I'm very impressed of the turnaround that Aston Martin got going into the season. It's only 2 late right now, it's the second race of the season. So long way, they got a lot of things can change, you should never know. Everyone always surprise you and go down the order, checking out everybody. Matt, who told in the P40 with his teammate Bashir, the P20, the live timing, there's the fight going on with Piastri and Esteban Ocon for that P5. Ocon put in a fantastic qualifier for the Williams. He managed to get himself up to P5 at the start, and he didn't try and stay in P5, but he had to be at the Piastri to it. Piastri on the inside did not really put in much of defending against the ban Ocon, but he got coming out of the corner. Is that going to be enough to put himself ahead? Yes, it is. Piastri is up in P5 now with me. I continue chasing down Lando Norris, but I am quite not close enough that because I'm actually taking my time from everything to make sure I don't make mistakes, of course. But you can see on the lap 1 start, Lewis Hamilton had a fantastic start, pulled away very easily, but looking back to my start, you can see me having quite a good start as there, with Leclerc had held up by 2 cars. I just went down the outside, overtaking 3 cars in 1 corner. You had to say that was a very impressive start. For me, I'm really proud of it now. We're back to my POV in lap 2. I'm going to try to chase down Lando Norris, but you can see back to stuck to 1. That's why I wasn't worried about having no pace. I knew I got the pace. I won Saudi Arabia last season. I know I can do what I can do again to everybody else here, because I got the best pace in the car. Hamilton, Russell and Lando will be fighting so much with each other due to the car, packed up together. But the only concern I've got is Piastri. If I get into fight too much, Piastri will get involved, the more cars get involved, and it becomes a long train of DR. I don't want that to happen. The hope thing is that it's not going to happen for tonight. We got George Russell now making a move on Hamilton at the same time. The ban Ocon had made a move on the Piastri, return back to P5. You also can see one of the Aston Martin with this land law. I'm watching everything going on with lots of Iron Raptor, who's the P10 currently with Pellet P9, and we got 2 wires during the turn 1 with Russell and Hamilton battling all out with each other. Hamilton tried to take back the P1 from George Russell, and it looks like he has pulled it up for a good fight from Lewis Hamilton, and I'm still behind Lando Norris. I'm just taking it easy, got a long way to go. I'm to go into the car for my tyre and trying my best to find the right point of overtaking to Saudi Arabia. Wanting the more, you're out of the way. that it always does with the take on those Saudi Arabia. It always has a roughly about 95% chance of saving car coming out. So let's see if that will be the case tonight. And we don't allow the knowledge now Jane on Hamilton and Russell. It now making the move during the hour start of Lewis Hamilton Tommy into turn 27. Now the knowledge doing the same thing as me, taking his time, fight on right points to make a move, and we now draw 2 wide going side by side. Now the knowledge is done well and overtaking Hamilton, and it now on George Russell on the inside, and now the knowledge get the move done on George Russell. George did not get the best exit, we can see that. Now the knowledge is now up in P1 completing 2 overtake in 1 straight line and a corner. Fantastic work from Lando Norris that was obviously deserving some play on Lando Norris' side. George Russell unfortunately did not have the back exit, that's why I locked the position. I continue staying behind, I was not too bothered. Yeah, we can see him getting a little bit, nervy, because, at any point, anyone can have a major accident, or might be involved in that accident, so that's why I need to try to pull away. If I even get the chance to get into P1, I have to run away. At that point, I need to run away. But right now, being overtake this way, so as I can see, everyone in front of me are not driving quite badly. Russell is going to try to chase down now another. Obviously has support of the other to do anything on that third the other. He now to try again on this second the other zone, going into turn 27 eventually. Jordan was a target by Land another, who put himself in a very good defending position. Fantastic defending from Land another. As you can see, both from Lordy and in love timing, it now making overtake Leclerc at overtaking Esteban Ocon while Gatlin is now joining for the move on the Piastri. Piastri is not having the best possible, unfortunately. And you can see in the top of the live timing, Lando Norris and George Russell are continually fighting more and more. And we got a lot top from Piastri. The Piastri has a lot top. That is so unfortunate from the Piastri making a mistake. That has been happening for Piastri, who's obviously struggling right now. He's nowhere near Lando Norris. I, of course, made the mistake as well, and we've been told by our engineer that we need to overtake Lando before lap 10. But do they not know who is ahead of me? That is Lewis Hamilton, who needed to think I can do it. I need to beat Hamilton quickly so I can complete the objective and actually take down Lando. Then try to get George Russell, made a small contact with the barrier of the taller. Nothing happened to the tire, thank God for that. Just try to take down and just stay close as possible. We got a bit of breathing room to the car behind, so I'm not too concerned about the car behind. So I'm okay with that one. The only concern is to try to get the top lane. They are looking really good today, and I can't complain what type of racing they are doing to, Saudi Arabia. There's another Airbus can go out, but these guys are keeping the civil at Lando and George and continue fighting again. Iron Raptor had made the move on Piastri. He's going to try to get it done on Sergio Perez. Looks like not really tired to pull it off, unfortunately. George was getting on Lando Norris, try to get the move done. Lando locked up. Lando Norris had the bit locked up. He's now fallen down 2 places, down to P4. I've taken advantage of Lando's mistake and now don't lose to P3. With all the advantage why not, we also had to fight in the back as well with Iron Raptor, who took the overtake Sergio Perez. Unfortunately, I now can chase down Hamilton. That was unfortunate. As you can see in the replay, you can watch Lando Norris having a bit locked up. That was the worst locked up compared to Piastri, who had a locked up in last lap, I believe. So there's a bit of a problem at McLaren, maybe a braking issue. I don't know what is the issue over McLaren, but they clearly are struggling it a little bit at time now to try to take down. George Russell at that bit had a little bad exit coming out that corner, unfortunately. We tried to allow Lando to chase down on me, but we had to check the replay again from lap 7 where the move has been done. But Hamilton had overtaken George Russell as we are in lap 8 now. but return it back at the favour of Hamilton, who now got George Russell overtaken. Hamilton once again, it pretty much will be a theme. Every time George did the other zone, it'd be the third position, second position swap, and swap back forward. If you don't time, you're overtaking correctly off tour. You also got the live timing with more fighting going on. Russell still in the lead with Hamilton starting with me in third place. Ocon got pressure from Ferrari, who has locked up that 3 hard, locked up tonight. The ban Ocon can't afford the mistake of locking up Iron Raptor. It's now fighting with Lance Stroll, who I didn't realise that Perez has DNF. So Sergio Perez had now DNF from the long point, unfortunately for him. But he jumped back to my point of view where I had a bit of a slide in. I caught it, I just managed to caught it. Now another is going to take the advantage of everything. It's now gone ahead and overtaken me for that PB, but it doesn't matter. The why is because I am coming in this lap. In lap 11, we are coming in to put a brand new tyre on. We're coming in a lap earlier. Hopefully I get the undercut on tactically top 3 if one account lands or not. But we got both Ferrari are battling with each other more than before now, and I'm now gone ahead with the hard tyre on. We've got some tyres coming in as well with the likes of Kevin Magnussen, Taman Carlson, Taman. So we are going to try to see if we can attempt an undercut. If it's possible, I'll be very happy about that. I went across the white line, but thankfully, we did not get in trouble. Thank God for that one for sure. We need to take down using Chinona and don't wander and try to clear them as soon as possible. But we turn our attention to the Ferrari, who, have to be honest, not having the season that they wanted. So I wonder if Ferrari also got an issue just like McLaren, because they have another issue with the braking, so they're locked up twice. So I wonder if there's an issue with McLaren that is similar to the Ferrari, but the Ferrari are tactically fourth better team, while McLaren is such a better team. So maybe it's the former thing that's going on over McLaren and Ferrari. Who knows what the situation with these lot. But it's Van Ocon, who had a mistake unfortunately, but he's not doing too bad. He's just trying to take down and see if he can redeem himself from those mistakes. But we got Pierre Gasly. He's now going for the fight with Charles Leclerc going down to turn 27, coming out of it now. Charles Leclerc and Gasly are now side by side. They are going to fight all the way to the end, but Gasly has beaten Charles Leclerc. He's now going to be staying up ahead of Charles up the P lead, but that's not their next position. But a bit of an issue in the pit for Lewis Hamilton with the right rear. He's now got too much time lost, so he's going to come out, but will I be able to overtake Hamilton, who have got a pressure from Nick Tower? Hoptimber actually apologies, it actually don't want to do a second one, unfortunately. I'm now ahead of don't want to do. Hamilton is now ahead of don't want to do again. So Hamilton has a bit of a mistake. If that never happened, I would be coming out, well, Hamilton would be coming out ahead of me, or be behind Lewis Hamilton. That would be very unfortunate, but thank God that wasn't the case. Hamilton unfortunately had a mistake in the pit, so that helped me out for a long run, so that's good. George Russell had Taman, Loud another had also Taman to put a new hard tyre. Pit stop issue for the McLaren on the front right tyre. They couldn't put it on in time. He's going to lose a bit of a time as well. George Russell had the first stop to come out, potentially in the lead. Hamilton to try to get the move on the inside. A block that one off from Lewis Hamilton, now coming out behind George Russell. So the next position will be second place for me. Hamilton on the inside had the back to us. That'll be a mistake if we try to attempt an overtake there. But now we're going to try to take down George Russell. We have to catch up quite slowly. But Hamilton, unfortunately, had brilliantly on the inside. I let him leave it. I know I'll get the advantage of the DR that's helping me. I'm just a diva who used it to gain some time on George Russell, who now back in the lead of the Saudi Arabia Grand Prix. We rush on board with the Alpine of Carlos Sainz, who is fighting with Nico Hülkenberg, who also got the chance to get that P8 as he close to Lancelot, then Lancelot it to Esteban Ocon. So the fight is likely to be all down for that P8 position. The Carlos Sainz tries to defend against Nico Hülkenberg, former teammate from the Renault days. but Carlos has been betted by Nico Huntable. Looks like that was not the case. I thought that would be the case. Carlos holding on to everything he possibly can to stay ahead of Huntable, but looks like that's not the case. Huntable is now ahead of Carlos. That is unfortunate, particularly off tour Ronald Day. Carlos back in that Alpine who needs to be on Ronald. Nico needs to be on Ronald as well, but driving the hat, who seems to be quite strong this season, so that's quite impressive work from the hat. As you can see, I caught right up to Lewis Hamilton. I had to back down a little bit, so I'll be straight back of him. So, I'm going to take the other opportunity for the overtake right here, right now, towards the turn 27. I'm going to try to fire the space as I'm doing out the outside, and I need to just go quickly and just catch up to Sean Russell and News hit the other, so I can pull away from the car behind and see if the complete on 1-2 finish for the Mercedes. I might have to finish second place if I decide to be a team player. But right now, I feel like I'm much more quicker than George Russell. Sure, I'm not going to stay out and stay behind George and to try to chase down. But unfortunately, in that 2017, George had paused away a little bit. Lando Norris now making a move on the outside of Lewis Hamilton, making side-by-side move. Lando Norris to try to commit to try to pull it off. Lewis Hamilton managed to stay ahead of Lando Norris. But another opportunity on listen for Lando Norris, who now did the opportunity to get the overtake on the outside. Hamilton obviously needs to defend the inside line. He also had Mardiala to help himself, but it didn't really help him a whole lot as he now side by side with Lando Norris, who looks like got himself up ahead of Lewis Hamilton, but I blocked him off. Hamilton is now ahead of me. Lando Norris shifted inside. I had to defend against Lando Norris, but lost my play to Lewis Hamilton. That is so unfortunate. I'm looking on board with the Piastri, who's unfortunately not doing a good job tonight, as he obviously is down P14 out the point to try and make his space up to Iron Raptor, who positioned himself really well, defending against the Piastri. Iron Raptor, don't forget, it's on Rusty and he's beating Otsa Piastri. Who would have thought that'd be the case? But it is the case tonight at Saudi Arabia at long point. I think Iron Raptor should be proud. But unfortunately, we've now got a real win issue. The DRL is now deactive. It's not going to work at all. But we're looking back in the replay where we napped 19i of tour the overtaken Lewis Hamilton backed up to the second place to try to chase down George Russell. Can that be the case? I don't know. But with the real win issue, if I end up behind Hamilton, the DRL will not open. So that would be a major issue as I obviously need it to try to help me to make it load up. But for being who I am as a driver, I am athletic and I will defend so much with my ability. But we jump forward to lap 21. George Russell is doing a fantastic job. He's now pulling away 2 seconds. I don't know whether it's I've got an issue in real with that card affected that chance of me trying to catch up to George Russell, and I'm now behind Hamilton, who had overtaken me, and right now I can't remember it now. Real win has been fit. It is the DRL is now being fit. Thank God for that. We got a flat going on. We got another flat going on. I wonder what is happening as I have to shuffle back there. Someone fun win, damn it. George Russell is going slow. George Russell is going slow. And I've got a warning telling me to get the place back. We now move forward ahead of George Russell up to P3. George Russell has unfortunately DNF and it brought out further to a safe new car. Wow, I don't know what happened there with George Russell. The race is going back into, return back to racing now, as I, of course, need to try to get the move done on Lando Norris, try to get my way on the outside of Lando, got it done. Now I need to chase down Lewis Hamilton for that P1 if I can pull it off, because Hamilton is looking way strong that I've expected him to be here. Lando Norris to try and get his place back in the second. But he shouldn't do anything. I'm staying ahead of Lando Norris. But George Russell had now DNF out of the Saudi Arabia Long, just like my former teammate Fernando Alonso had happened to him last season, 2 seasons ago. Apologies. That's what happened to Fernando. It now happened to George Russell. That is so unfortunate. We got both had are completing each other for that P8, but they are not catching up to Lance Law, who has done a fantastic job today, putting 7 seconds with Esteban Ocon P6. Don't forget everyone meet up in one place due to George Russell DNF. Ocon is doing a really good job, we can definitely point that out for him. You can see that in the standing on right, not the player, the P8 who have not eventually overtaking him. So both Ferrari are 4th and 5th. They not really have the racing that they wanted. Leclerc clearly way better than Pierre Gasly for sure. You can see that right there. He's 2.2 seconds clear of Pierre Gasly now return back to my top way, fighting with Hamilton, who now tried to put himself in defending position, preventing me from the overtake. But we're going to try to take the opportunity here in lap 24 during the begin. We need to get the overtake done. We're on the outside. Hamilton beat me. I just stay committed to it. I've done an overtaking Hamilton. But here's the thing. When he beat me, I made the contact with the wall. We need to find out on replay about that point to see why or how it happened. So you can see here's a replay on my overtake on Hamilton. You can see clearly squeezing me. I made the contact with the wall, but stayed committed and overtaken Lewis Hamilton. But the good news is that squeeze to the wall was not that severe. Yeah, I got a bit of a time wear now, gone up to 34% wear, where the other 3 tires are relatively close to 20%. So the front one got a bit of an issue, and I'm now starting my final lap. And I was standing there beyond Lompen. Both have. I continue refining more and more, but that helps Carlos, who now caught up Max Verstappen. He's down P11. He got a bit chance to try to get in point for the Red Bull. We got Magnussen and Hulkenberg are now side by side. Hulkenberg and Magnussen are obviously really tough rival in the hat. They are fantastic what they do. They know how to defend really well. Magnussen right now has beaten Hulkenberg. There's still more chances for Hulkenberg to try to overtake Kevin Magnussen. To any German fan, keep losing for Hulkenberg to try to catch Kevin Magnussen. Carlos P10 at the moment. He also still in the fight for that P8. Matt is also still in the fight for that P8. But what they need to do is try to find the right timing overtake. I know Matt to do that, but right now he definitely seems like got no trust in the car. It's clearly struggling in that Red Bull 100%. But we jump back to my point of view. Hamilton can't do anything on overtake. I blocked his attempt on overtaking. We've gone out of that final corner. I'm now going to see the touches flat, and I'm going to win the Standard Arabia long point with Hamilton, Sutton, and another P1 with Leclerc and Jack finishing 4th and 5th. We've got the fight still continue. Carlos John Liu and Steve take the advantage of Nico Hulkenberg. Will Max Verstappen do the same? Looks like he's not going to be take it side by side for Carlos and Hulkenberg. Unfortunately, the race ended.
They've delivered an outstanding performance today and under intense pressure to take a well-earned victory at the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix.
They had to be decisive with their overtaking today as they worked their way through the field. And those kind of race victories are so enjoyable because it's not just like winning from the front. They really had to work for it today.
And I can see the drivers starting to approach the podium for the victory celebrations. A real team victory today. Everybody played their part. Congratulations then to Mercedes, your race winners.
What a day it is for the Mercedes. Unbelievable. For my side, unbelievable. But for George Russell, bad unfortunate DNF. He's not sure at many points now. He already got 1 point down P12. Me and Hamilton are now tied on point. This is iconic because Hamilton, as you all know, is my hero in Formula 1. He's the guy who I looked up to. And now I'm tied on with Lewis Hamilton. I did expect that. I did not expect that to happen, but it is the case. This season going to be the battle of lifetime between me and Lewis Hamilton. It does be unbelievable, but of course, since the Aston Martin is leading the Russian Championship, make mistake is starting plate, unfortunately. But going to end it here, and I will see you in the next long point in Australia. So hopefully we do unlock better effort and see get the pole position there. And really all, of course, so don't forget watching, please like and dislike my video. Do you very appreciate it, and peace out.